Timbuktu undoubtedly is the most salient example of West Africa's tradition of writing and scholarship, but we often forget that there were other centers of learning across Africa during those times. So today, I wanted to discuss a little-known scholarly community that existed around the 19th century. What up, African world? It's Team here, and welcome back to another video of African history, culture, and worldview. By supporting this channel on Patreon, you're helping in the creation of these videos and contributing to this content. On Patreon, you can find more in-depth courses on African history. Also, your support helps the channel grow, improving production quality and future animated projects. To understand the scholarly community of this particular place in Yorubaland, we must first understand a little about its history. According to oral tradition, it's believed that the Yoruba town of Ilorin was founded in the early 17th century by a hunter named Ojo. This hunter used to apparently sharpen his cutlass on a rock that the Yorubas called Iloirin, meaning iron sharpener. Thus, the name of the place became Ilorin. The town of Ilorin became a vassal of the larger Oyo Empire, an empire that flourished from the mid-17th to the mid-18th centuries. The expanding state of the Sokoto Caliphate quickly became a threat during the latter end of Oyo's dominance, and with the expanse of Islam came the growth of Islamic literature in the region. Although the spread of Islam into Yorubaland can be dated back to at least the 16th century, the growth of Arabic literature didn't evolve until the jihadist movements of the 19th century. Ilorin had a significant impact on the downfall of the Oyo Empire, of which it was a vassal state. Kakanfo Ofonja, the Oyo military leader stationed at Ilorin to protect the city from attack by the Sokoto Caliphate, joined forces with Malam Alimi, a Fulani Muslim from Sokoto, and together they led a revolt against the Oyo Empire in 1817. Shortly after Ofonja and Alimi won independence for Ilorin, the Oyo Empire collapsed. Siding with Alimi was a big mistake, because Ofonja was eventually overthrown and Ilorin became part of the Sokoto Caliphate. Islam began to take a stronghold over Ilorin. Arabic writing developed first within the cosmopolitan community of Islamic scholars in Ilorin, which apart from the Yoruba included Fulani, Hausa, Nupe, Kanuri, Dende Songhai, and even Arabs. Scholars of Yoruba origin were soon to increase within that community, in a process of gradual Yorubanization that subsequently pervaded the whole society of the town. After its takeover by the Muslims, Ilorin became another center of learning and education for the local Muslim world. Ilorin increasingly became a mixed population of Yoruba, Fulani, Hausa, Nupe, and others. The town consisted of warriors, scholars, traders, craftsmen, and enslaved individuals. Ilorin's approach to studying and teaching was different, and one of the reasons evinced for their unique history. Remnants of the scholarly tradition of Ilorin comes from an old Nupe family who preserved manuscripts of the Yoruba town. The Gbodofu family has a reputation of being the oldest Nupe family in Ilorin. Their ancestors are said to have hosted Idrisu, the Nupe king who took refuge there around 1820 and then fought and defeated his rivals in a battle near the town together with his allies from Ilorin. The family's compound apparently served as a kind of court where the Nupe families could settle their own disputes. Much of the manuscripts possessed by the Gbodofu family included poetry, general didactics, Islamic law, arithmetic, and numerology, grammar, and others. Of particular interest is the writing itself. Most of the manuscripts seem to be in Arabic, but there are some that are in the local Hausa script known as Ajami, a writing form derived from Arabic but customized to suit the linguistic needs of the local people. In the Hausa language, Ajami is Hausanization of Arabic letters in Hausa writing. Since the beginning of the 17th century, Hausa has been written in Ajami. Most of the early writings in Hausa were Islamic poetry and themes such as prayers, Islamic jurisprudence, and so on. It was also used for secular functions such as administrative record keeping, recording important events like births, deaths, weddings, writing biographies, and personal correspondence. There are also Ajami documents describing traditional treatment of various illnesses, the properties of plants, and ways of using them. There is no doubt that Islamic tradition helped to shape Ilorin, and their contribution to learning and scholarship should be remembered in our discourse. Well, I'm all out, guys. If you like these videos and want to help in its continued production, consider supporting the home team on patreon.com. The link is in the description box below. Know thyself. Remember your ancestors. Peace.